statewide newscast. Arkansas Today.
Welcome back to Arkansas Today. Dr. Rhonda Parks is here from MedExpress to tell us how to properly grill meat during the summer. A lot of people are out there grilling. This is something you want to make sure that you are safe about so you don't have your entire party in the hospital from food poisoning. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Parks.
Thank you.
So what do we need to be on the lookout for this summer?
Well, mainly I'm going to be talking about food poisoning today and things to look for food poisoning. You know, food poisoning is a food-related illness. It is from eating contaminated food. So if you find yourself with some food that's been sitting out a bit long, you might find yourself in a situation where you're getting food poisoning.
Food poisoning affects a lot of people every year. How can you tell the difference? Sometimes when you get sick, you think, is this a stomach bug? Is this food poisoning? What are some of the symptoms that really specify it's food poisoning?
Yeah. Food poisoning usually presents with nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. Okay, these things can be caused by toxins or by bacteria or viruses or parasites that are found in food, sometimes when they're improperly prepared.
And at what point do you say, I'm really dehydrated, I maybe need to go into the ER, I maybe need to go into a MedExpress? At what point would you do that?
Okay, so dehydration, the symptoms to look for that would be a problem would be lightheadedness, dizziness, weakness, excessive thirst, dry mouth, feeling like you're going to pass out. Those are symptoms that you need to look for. But other things that you also need to look for are things like nausea and vomiting where you cannot keep water down, if you've had diarrhea for more than 3 days, or if you're having like severe abdominal pain or abdominal cramping.
Absolutely. We're almost out of time, but grilling is so important. How do we keep this safe as we're out on the grill?
Sure. Okay, I just want to make a few important tips. First of all, make sure and keep your raw and your cooked food separate. And also make sure that when you're cooking your meats to cook them to the proper temperature. For chicken, it's 165 degrees Fahrenheit. For the other meats like the beef, the pork, the veal, it's 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, I'd like to say that the USDA asks that we don't leave food out for more than 2 hours. It needs to be refrigerated after 2 hours. And if it's over 90 degrees outside, it should be refrigerated after 1 hour.
Good advice. Wonderful. If you've ever had food poisoning, you will always take those precautions because you'll never want it again. Thank you so much, Dr. Parks from MedExpress. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And we're back with more. We will finish out our Arkansas Relief Flood Telethon.